Hi, my name is India Jha, and I'm the founder of MiniCity. MiniCity is a compassionate tech hub that streamlines the admin process for obtaining legal forms of ID and life critical benefits for citizens in cities that serve them. I would like to take a step back and go over my why and what inspired me to launch MiniCity. Homelessness is a major problem in the US, with lack of ID being one of the largest problems faced by this population. There are over 500,000 people that are unhoused on any given night, a number that we know has greatly risen since the global 2020 pandemic. Without ID, you are not eligible for housing, employment, Medicaid, and so much more. This is an epidemic of lack, and it's my life's calling to address this epidemic. I come from a family of community activists and advocates with parents that worked within initiatives focused on human rights around the globe. The issue of homelessness predominantly affects my community, and it's a global issue as well. You're 7 times more likely to experience homelessness if you are an African American living in the US than your white counterparts. And this was wildly evident when I moved from Durham to Atlanta, Georgia, after graduating from college. Atlanta is perceived as having opportunities abound, but what many do not know is that it is one of the most unequal cities in the world. The wage gap for African Americans in Atlanta is still comparable to what it was over a few centuries ago. And I saw this firsthand, the effects of poverty amongst generations of families within Atlanta, and how being unhoused could cause a citizen to stay in a cycle of poverty. I volunteered in women's shelters for years, and a lack of ID frequently arose as a major barrier. I participated in an incubator focused on economic inclusion and how we could hack gentrification to make it inclusive for all. And MiniCity arose from this hackathon. I knew from prior experience a focus on ID was needed. So MiniCity grew from having a series of small pilots in youth shelters to becoming mission critical for a number of frontline organizations. Our customer base grew rapidly during the pandemic as resources like healthcare and housing can only be accessed with ID. These groups turned to MiniCity for guidance and support and became our longtime partners and our first true customers. In 2022, we began to obtain government benefits like emergency refugee cash and Medicaid. Currently, we're the preferred documents readiness vendor for our city, and we assist the unhoused in places like HIV/AIDS clinics, women's shelters, dangerous dwellings that are deemed hazardous, and bridge encampments, with the goal of achieving sustainable living for all. We're a viable business as well. Our annual contracts are priced at nearly $250,000 per contract, and we are seeking to scale through the mentorship of fellowships like the Global Good Fund. And we know that this is only the beginning for our anticipated impact and growth. Thank you for reviewing my submission. And I know with your support, we can make this hidden epidemic of homelessness be brought to light with tech, compassion, and care.